Brittany Tedder with Club Sports. We're here today with the head coaches of the men's Division I hockey team, Kirk and Jeff Boettger. Can you guys tell me a little bit about the D1 team?
Sure, yeah. We've returned 12 players, or actually less than 11, and we have 13 new players, of which 2 players were injured. One player was injured last year, and one, because of academic reasons, was not able to play. But we've brought in 11 new players, and then the rest are returning to make up our new core of our team.
Yeah, we're excited as far as what we've seen up to this point. You know, there's a couple guys, as Kirk was mentioning, that have been injured actually coming into the season, and so in the next 2 to 3 weeks we should be seeing a couple of those guys return to the lineup. And the way the team has looked up to this point, it's gelled really well, and the guys are working hard. And I think that overall physically we've come in as a much stronger team, so we're really excited to see what we can do.
Coming off of last season, what are you guys doing now to improve?
Well, I think the improvement started throughout the year last year with the recruiting that we're doing, and trying to add components to our team that will help us improve on our season last year. And we really feel like we added some strong defensemen this year that will really help us out, and some more depth throughout our lineup. So I think those are the 2 key things that we're trying to work on throughout the year last year, and then leading into this year as well, trying to keep the base of our program and continue to build to improve, to have a bigger and better base on what we're doing and how we're doing things with our program.
Yeah, I agree with kind of what Kirk said, and a big thing is the depth you need to have. And as we're finding out already 4 games in this year, that having 4 lines that you can pretty much roll through allows your players to be fresh throughout the course of 3 periods. And you know, when you can do that, it means guys don't take penalties maybe as much because they're a little bit fresher. They can get back into the play instead of having to reach and hook and do some of those types of plays that maybe last year we got into trouble just having to roll maybe 3 lines and sometimes cut back to 2 at times. So I think the depth has been huge, and adding a couple of strong defensemen on the back end to help move the puck. Goaltending has been strong, throughout the first 4 games, so we're excited about that, and it's been neat to see how the recruiting has helped as well.
What are your guys' expectations for this coming year?
Well, I think obviously expectations come in a couple of different areas. I think expectations on the ice are that we're expecting to win games more than we won last year. I think that our expectation is that we're a nationally contending team every year. That means being in the top 20, and more in particular being in the top 10 we'd like to be. And obviously that is indicative from game 1 through game 35 of our team improving every night, each and every night that we're out there playing. So I think that's a key component. Is at the end of the day, it comes down to wins and losses. But that's not always the barometer of a successful year. I think last year we had a successful year, except for in the wins and loss area. I think that's an area that we want to see improved upon this year, and one that we've worked hard to try and improve.
And a key expectation, I think, too, is that leading up to those wins, you have to prepare. You have to be ready, both from an on-ice, obviously from an on-ice perspective, but also from an off-ice perspective. And so whether it's the off-ice training that we, strive to have our guys do over the summer, in between their work hours and all that, we've seen the guys come in at a higher level than in the past, and so that's exciting. So that expectation that they perform away from the rink, but also then on the ice in their practices, pushing each other, because if you don't push each other throughout the week, you're not going to be ready for the weekend. So that's a key expectation that we have this year.
Who do you think your biggest competition will be, and what matches are you looking forward to the most?
Well, it's interesting you say that. We talk about that all the time. I think really this year we have the strongest schedule we've ever had. We obviously play the national champions, Davenport University, 4 times, 2 times here at home and 2 times on the road. A couple other highlights of our year are Adrian, Delaware, all strong teams. But Penn State's coming here December 9-10. It's their last year of ACHA Division I. They're going to NCAA Division I. I think that's a game that we all kind of look to and say that's going to be a great test as well. But you know what? As we start looking at the season, I think we're more focused on our team and how we're going to do. Obviously, there's games like that are highlighted throughout our schedule. I think or almost every weekend where we have strong teams like that. But I think those are some of the big ones that we're kind of looking forward to.
Yeah, the only thing I have to add to that, because obviously all those are the same ones I'm going to talk about, but I think is the next game. It's always the next game that we've got to focus on, and if we're not ready to get it done that night, then you can't look too far beyond. And in this league, if you don't show up for 60 minutes, you're going to have a struggle, and especially with the lineup that Kirk has put together as far as the schedule goes. So the next game's a key one.
Well, best of luck to you guys this year, and thanks for talking with us.
All right, thank you.